Welcome. Another episode 3 of Let's Talk About This with your host, Zell. Hey, I'm gonna get straight into it, man. Cade Cunningham, best in the world. I don't know what else I need to say. I don't know how I need to say it for y'all to understand it, but Cade Cunningham's the best. I know. He scored 46 points, triple double exact to be exact, on 45 shot attempts. I get that. I get all of that. But let me tell you why he had to do that. Looking at the injury report of that game, Asari Thompson out, Isaiah Stewart out, Marcus Sasser out, Jaden Ivey out, Karis LeVert out, Tobias Harris out. You know what I'm saying? Like all of our scores are out. So the option we had was Cade Cunningham, Duran, um, Duncan Robinson, Danish Jenkins, Paul Reed. We had options out there. Chaz Lanier, he kind of came in there and shot some good shots as well early. But Kate, overall of that game, as you if anybody who actually watched that game and seen what was going on, we couldn't. A lot of us could. We could. I'm saying us, but a lot of shots they couldn't make, and including Cade himself. Like he was missing just easy shots. It was just layups he was missing. So it was just like something's up. And the game before that, they played Philly, hard fought game, and so a back to back is not easy. So you got to think about it. Coming off of a back to back, tired, and on top of that, the team is bruised, and you know what I'm saying. Like it's hurt. They hurt. So when I see Cade Cunningham go 14 for 45, I'm like, ugh. I'm watching the game. I'm like, man, you should have made that. You should have made that. You should have made that. I wish he would have made more shots, but seeing how what he did was for the team. Like nobody was complaining, nobody was mad. Like the people that really knew what was going on, nobody was mad. But it's the people that just want to talk, people who don't watch, the casuals that we will say they want to be like, oh, 45 shots. But we look back at him being the he missed the most shots, 31 shots he missed. Kobe before in 2002 was he missed 30 shots, and Jordan went 19 for 43, I think something in that range in 87. But Kobe, Jordan, they did that, but they both lost. Cade Cunningham, they won. And in that fourth quarter, Cade, he was the third or the fourth quarter. I think it might have been the third quarter, but he kind of went for like a layup or dunk, and he got fouled. It was like a hard foul, Cam Whitmore, I think, and he hurt his back. But later on, it ended up being it's a hip contusion label now. So he hurt his back, hip, stuff like that, and he went to the locker room because they were reviewing a play. And the play probably to review it took like good 8 minutes. And I'm saying to myself, like, please take all the time possible because when people get hurt, if you don't shoot that free throw, you cannot come back in the game at all. Like if you don't shoot, because he got fouled in that play, like I said, and if you don't shoot those free throws, you're out. Like you can't come back in. So you see players like Kobe Bryant, like all that on Achilles shooting those shots. Like Kobe, like we knew Kobe was. The people that knew like it being Achilles, we knew that he was done for the game. So he didn't have to shoot those two free throws because, you know what I'm saying. But him shooting those two free throws gave him the option of coming back in, but you know what I'm saying? Achilles, like, it's not happening. But that's Kobe. And seeing Cade, that's kind of like in the way, it's like a Mamba mentality like game, of course, with all those missed shots, basically doing whatever it takes to win the game. Because they won the game. And after he fell down and hurt his back, his hip, he went on to score 17 points after that. 15 in the fourth quarter to be exact. So that's another thing too. Let me go ahead and say it. Cade Cunningham for MVP. At first, I was saying clutch player of the year, which I still do think that because I don't know if he's leading the last I checked he was leading, but he might be number two. Him when that fourth quarter, that second half, Cade, it's like he's tunnel vision, mind blank. He is a different person on that court. Like he don't see nobody. I'm like every shot he shoots is like he's gonna make it. It's like it's an 80%. Like that fourth quarter for K is 80%. No matter where he's at on the floor, he's making threes, he's making layups, he's making mid range fadeaways. You name it, he's doing it all. So Cade is doing everything that has to be done in order for his team to win because last season when Cade's not on that floor, that is a totally different Detroit Pistons team. Detroit, they're a great team. I love them. They're a great team, but it's like they need Cade or some type of floor general out there. Cause like last year when Cade was hurt and you had a Dennis Schroeder type of player who can go in there, that's perfect. That's great. And seeing that shows that hey, when our star goes down, we have somebody who can just come in and do that. And now I'm thinking the same with I was thinking the same with um Sasser, but Sasser been hurt. So with Sasser being hurt, I'm just like, all right. So who's next up? Karis LeVert. I think Karis LeVert can do it. I don't know he can be like that floor general lead the team, but as long as we have Karis LeVert and Daniel Jenkins, the way Jenkins played last game, and he scored, I had to write this down. Jenkins had 24 points, 4 from 6 from the 3 point, and 8 rebounds. He's a G League two-way player, by the way. 24 points, 4 from 6 from the three, 8 rebounds, and not only that, the game tying shot to go into overtime. The G League two-way player. If you watch the last episode, I said everybody on our team comes to play. This is a two-way G League player. He's supposed to be a star in the G League, but he's in the NBA in the big moment making big time shots because he is ready for the moment. Daniel Jenkins comes from a Rick Pitino college background. He went to Iona College, and also for the people who knows about Walter Clayton Jr., who went to Florida, they also played at Iona together with Rick Pitino. But they both transferred. Jenkins, he followed Rick Pitino at St. John's, and Walter Clayton went to Florida, won the championship and all that stuff. But just seeing that, like a lot of people may not think or may not know it, but in my eyes, of course, people gonna say I'm biased and stuff like that. I think Jenkins is gonna have a better career than Walter Clayton Jr. And like I said, a lot of people may look at me like crazy and look at what Walter Clayton Jr. did in that tournament with Florida. But looking at it now, it's like I know it's too early to even say because Walter Clayton Jr. He's a rookie and he hasn't really had much. If you think about it, like this is kind of Jenkins' rookie year because last year was his rookie year, but he was being a G League two-way player. It's like you don't really see the NBA that much, so it's like injuries and it's kind of even with injuries, you're kind of just filling a roster spot. So I look at Jenkins he can be great. He can be very great. Like I said, if you watch the last pod, and you still probably need to go back and watch the pod because everything I said was right. We have the best roster in the NBA. I feel like because that depth of our bench is crazy, crazy. Like it's no like everybody on our team is a bucket. Everybody can do their job with no it's nothing. And I feel like that starts with JB Bickerstaff. JB Bickerstaff is a great coach. He pushes his player to the max, and he knows his. And another thing about that, he defends his players. Like he is a player's coach, like a perfect example of a player's coach. When you go out there and you know your coach is gonna be there for you, right or wrong, like, what are we talking about? That is what you want. You want a coach like that who's gonna go to back, who's gonna get a technical because something that the referee didn't call for you. Like you like don't get this technical. I got you. I got you. JB is that type of guy. And JB is just leading them like even this all the coaching staff like Luke Walton, Jared Jack, everybody on that Pistons, Trajan Langford, the president general manager, like everybody everybody in the Piston organization is just, I feel like, in my opinion, I gotta say, I may be biased. I feel like everybody is doing their job and everybody's on the right page. I was saying to myself, like, during free agency, trading time, and stuff like that, like, yo, let's just get another player, let's get this person, let's get that person. And you look at it, I'm like, we gotta trust within. We have to trust within. And I think this also started with just the Detroit Lions. When you look at the Detroit Lions, when Dan Campbell came into the city of Detroit, he just had that mindset of grit, grit, grit. Like, we're going to be a gritty team. We're going to go out there and we're going to go out there and fight. We're going to go fight no matter what the score looks like, no matter how bad we are. We're going to persevere and we're going to find a way to win, and we're going to be at the top when it's all said and done. And I feel like just like everybody in the city of Detroit seeing that, and now looking at every single team in the city being like kind of back, or even this being great. Like the Lions are the top of the division. Pistons are the top team in the conference. The Red Wings are one of the top teams in their conference. And they've been bad lately too. Like in the past years, like the Red Wings hasn't been up to par like they used to be. Cause like for people who don't know hockey, the Detroit Red Wings of hockey is like the New York Yankees, the Lakers, Celtics. Like they are a top tier franchise with a bunch of championships, but after like 2008, I want to say something like, it's like it kind of just faded away, and just that whole city, the Detroit, you know what I'm saying, like the Pistons losing, Lions losing, Tigers, all of that. But this past season, this season, stuff like that, all of those teams, the Tigers, like Red Wings, Lions, Pistons, all those teams made the playoffs. But well, the Red Wings, you know what I'm saying, they working on it. Like I said, they working on it. But all the other teams, they made it. So I feel like the Detroit teams, they embody the city of Detroit. You know, and it's like you really have to go to Detroit to really understand like the just how hard working the people are. And I also it was a time I have heard a Blake Griffin interview, because you know Blake Griffin, he played for the Pistons for a few seasons, and that was one of Blake Griffin's best years of his career. Like his All Star year, Detroit, that was his best year of his whole entire NBA career. And he was saying that, and I heard other people say this as well. It's like compared to Los Angeles and Detroit, he loved Detroit better because Detroit is like more so like it's a real place. So you know what I'm saying? Like he can see the fans, and fans are saying like, "Hey, good game. We appreciate you doing this, doing that." LA, you're just another person. You know what I'm saying? Because LA, you have all these sports teams, you have all these celebrities, actors, actresses. It's just like you're just, and you play for the Clippers on top of that, so you're not even the top team in that league. I mean, in that city. You know what I'm saying? Other leagues. So when Blake Griffin went to the Pistons, he was very grateful just of the city, and I feel like a lot of people go to these Detroit teams, or just kind of like consider like what we would say kind of like small markets, not the big time major markets. They like that because it's like they acknowledge me. I know they're real. They love me. They know where I'm coming from. They know the struggle. They know like they're hardworking people. When you're in LA and Houston, Vegas, stuff like that, it's like these people, they don't, I ain't gonna say they don't care about you, but it's just like they don't just really, sometimes they don't even go to the games like that because it's more stuff to do in those places, in those cities and stuff. So just with the city itself, like Detroit is just, it's just growing. It's gonna keep continue to get better and better each and every single day. So just with that, I feel like it's a great place. Great place for the city. Great place. Everybody, like I said, just like, but going back, just to kind of go back to the Pistons with that team, Paul Reed, B-ball Paul Reed. Paul Reed, he's a great addition to the team, and he's not your top tier player, but when somebody's down and out and you need him to come in, make like Paul Reed is doing what he needs to do. Like I seen Paul Reed do a Euro. I'm like, yo, what do you like? What who's this? Like different, different. You know what I'm saying? So seeing the Detroit Pistons, I feel like our depth is crazy, crazy, crazy. Like I feel like Detroit Pistons can be so great. But like I said, a lot of things I say, y'all gonna say, "Oh, you're biased because you're a fan." Hey, I'll take it. I'll take that. But I'm just saying, Cade Cunningham, best in the world, MVP. I don't. I was being too nice last week. I was being way too nice, too safe, too all that stuff. I don't care anymore. He's the best. And I realized being in Detroit, they don't really care about you. They don't really look at you like Detroit Pistons are 9-2, and they're still not considered like a top five team in the NBA. What are we talking about? Why are teams that we're better than record wise above us? Because of what they did last year? I'm not going for that. We talking about now. Right now, Detroit Pistons are considered. They should be the second best team in the NBA. Well, don't talk about the schedule. Don't talk about none of that. Let's talk about what we seeing. Detroit Pistons should be the second best team behind OKC. The Detroit Pistons have a 7 game winning streak. Nobody in the NBA has a longer winning streak. You know, they play 11 games, 12 games. So it's like, I get it's early, but it's like, why are y'all not showing us like it's a 7 game winning streak? Why are we not getting any type of love? But that's cool. And that's the reason why Detroit has to be that city. They have to be that rough and tough pound. Like, you know what I'm saying? They have to be that because it's like you're not acknowledging me. You're showing me that I'm not important or whatever you want to say. So I feel like just with that, Detroit Pistons are the best team in the NBA. I just said it. I said it the second best. They the best team in the NBA. Fuck it. Going out the limb, jumping out the window. I said it. Yeah, Detroit Pistons best in the league. Cade Cunningham best in the league. All that. And the reason why y'all don't know, y'all can't hear it or see it, is because y'all not watching. Y'all don't watch Detroit. No, like you know what I'm saying. Like that's what it is. People don't watch Detroit like that. I do because I'm a fan. I'm a fan and I watch Detroit. That's the only reason why. Like when Detroit's playing, that's the only game I care about. I don't care about no other team, Giannis, Wemby, whoever. I don't care about none of that. Detroit Pistons are playing. So with me, I see it all. And a lot of times people say, "Oh, you're biased. You're biased." Let me be biased then. Fuck it. I'm biased then. Fuck it. Like I said, I feel like we are the best team. Great team. Everything we do it right. We persevere. We don't let people just beat us up like that. And you know what I'm saying? Like we go out there and play the way we need to play. And that's just what it is. Like I feel like it's time for people to understand and realize that the Detroit Pistons are back and the Detroit Pistons are going to be that one of those top teams in the few years to come down the line. And it just shows that we've trusted the process. Two and 29. 228, whatever record was, like you lose that many games in a row. I'm surprised we didn't get sent to another city. Then the next year after that, you go to the playoffs and you triple your win amount. Like that's what it is. Like you look at Detroit Lions. We know what the Detroit Lions did. They're at the top. So that's what it is. Detroit Pistons, Detroit, the city of Detroit, just a great city, a great sports city, all that. And I can't wait for y'all to see it. I can't wait for them to start showcasing all these teams, all these players more for the world, y'all to see it. And that's how I feel about that. I ain't gonna go on Detroit Pistons no more. I'm done with them. But so I got one last thing. I'm probably about to cut a little short today. So UK Louisville played last night. That's a big time rivalry in the state of Kentucky. I'm kind of surprised that game was the third game of the season because usually those games are kind of closer to like Christmas, New Year's, and stuff like that. So I was very, very surprised for that game to be so early, especially with they haven't even played them in football yet. So it's like a running joke in the city or whatever in the state. It's always like wait till basketball season. Basketball season's here. Kentucky lost. So it's like wait till football season. I don't know, but Kentucky, I feel like Denzel Aberving, he was shooting a lot of shots, shooting a lot of bad shots too, but he made some good shots as well. I think he finished with 26, and that was one of those players who I seen on Kentucky who was really like that one out there. They had another player out there too as well. I'm not really. It was number 5 for Kentucky. He was making some shots as well. 15 early in the first half was making some shots. But this Louisville team, they are tough. They are tough. Like I try to be a Louisville hater. all the time. But this, what I seen, like when I seen Mikel Brown Jr. have 20 points in the first half, you gotta think about scoring 20 points alone in college. That's good. That is good. Damn near great. So you do that in the first half and in a rivalry game against a top 10 team, you are different, sir. You are very different. And so seeing that he ended up finishing the game with 29 points and his counterpart Ryan Conwell had 24 points. And so they combined that backcourt combined for 53 points. 53 points. Hey, 53, you got 53 points combined. And it's like they actually, it was a real like 29 to 24 in college. Cause it like at the other, it was like, hey, I'm just trying to say like it is something like I feel like Louisville can really do something this year. They can really do something. Like that game I seen, I feel like the way they play like they want to be a top five team in the NCAA. That's the way they play. And I see like Michael Brown, Louisville, y'all need to go ahead and take advantage of this year because he's gone next year. Ain't no way he gonna even think about staying. He's gone. He gone. He out the door. He might as well be thinking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo. I'm like, that man, he went out there. And I know like there's other freshmen and stuff like that out there too, but Michael Brown, we have to really think about what he's doing and who like that's a big deal. That's a big deal to do what he did. And I feel like he just did it so easy. It was like so effortless. So Michael Brown, like don't get me wrong, AJ DeMensa, Daryl Peterson, who else? Caleb Wilson, top the guy in Virginia Tech too. He's great. All those players Kanye too as well. Like those players, it's a lot of great freshmen. Like this year, Cole Pete, all those freshmen. There's a lot of great freshmen in college basketball this year, and I just hope everybody is into like college basketball. We're still trying to figure out how. Like we're gonna have to add a college basketball show. I don't know if that's Mitch and Tevin just gonna go ahead and just kind of focus on that on Thursdays and stuff, but it's too good right now. We have to highlight all these great players, all these great teams. Like you look at like I'm excited. I'm excited about college basketball. Like because college basketball, when you come to that competition level, it's always there. It's always there, and the reason why it's always there because those guys are trying to make it to the next level. And with that, it's just like it's fun. It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. And I know we say the NIL they don't play as hard as they used to and stuff like that. And they don't. They don't. That's what it is. What it is. They don't. But the competition level is still there, and Hoopers still want to hoop. They still want to show you that hey, I'm better than you. Like Caleb Wilson said, he has a kill list like Kobe did. So it's like I want to show you that I'm better than this player. If we can, if we're kind of, you know how they say times always repeat themselves. If we're kind of getting to that little phase, or where we kind of getting to 80s, 90s, best. Cause you gotta think about it. It's just like it's gonna keep getting like that. We may be able to find like that old school type of player like that, where it's just like, oh, this like yeah, this the one right here where it's like they want to ball. They want to really they really want to show people this and that. So I feel like with that, that's tough. That's tough. So that's dope. So I would say that's pretty much what I got with college basketball and just everything else. Yeah, I forgot to also say Jalen Duren. He had 19 or 14 in that last game with Washington, and he also kind of had a little ankle injury as well. So Pistons they play tonight against the Bulls. The Bulls are a great team right now this year with Matas and Matas Buzelis and Vucevic. Yeah, Vucevic. So yeah, that team Ayo also is over there. But yeah, we got Pistons have the Bulls tonight. The injury report looks the same almost, but because Cade got added on there, Jalen, like I said, on there with the ankle. Hopefully, we can have Tobias, Isaiah, somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully, we have some more players tonight. But if not, I understand. Like I understand with the whole injuries and stuff like that. Even if Cade can't play, they're like, all right, it's 82 games in a season. Like they say, it's not a race; it's a marathon. So I trust JB. I trust the trainers, the training staff, the coaching staff to make the best decision for all the players' safety and health, and just make this the best game for them, health wise. So that's who the Pistons have tonight. Yeah. So yesterday, B Dur and EJ, they did an interview with Amber Smith, point guard, University of Kentucky. Also, she's a coach at University of Kentucky, one of the coaches there. So that's the interview that's out now on YouTube. So if you haven't go check that out. Please go out there now and check that one out. Still go back and check out our Sunday pod. We talked about the ones with the YouTube with who's that? Yeah, Nas and Nas and Zay, Ty Lawson and yeah, I kind of forgot the name. My bad, y'all. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. We talked about that on Sunday. We still got the past interviews as well. We have Victoria Dunlap coming next week, next Wednesday to be exact. I want to say 6:30. So that's November 19th, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's next week. Check that one out. We got tomorrow, Thursday. We got Tevin and Mitch coming back with all those good football talk. And them guys are really informational. If you don't really know football and you're trying to learn, please, please, please watch Thursday because Mitch and Tevin, they will help you all out. And they go live all the time too. So go into the comments, ask questions, say whatever, show love, do all that. They read the comments. So they gonna get back to you. They gonna say what they give their opinions, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's Thursday. Fri Friday, I'll be back with another episode. Let's talk about this with Zell. Wednesdays and Fridays are my official days. EJ, he goes on TikTok live around like 1 o'clock during the week, like once or twice. And also doing all Saturdays, 12 noon Eastern time, TikTok live with EJ. Sometimes we are on there talking with him, and most of the time it's kind of for our fans and people to kind of talk with us and kind of give their opinions out because eventually we want to kind of get to a platform where we can kind of have those fans and people come on the show maybe and give their opinions and stuff like that because I'm pretty sure a lot of people love to get their face out there and just speak, tell their opinions, see how the world feels about it and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what we got coming right now. That's my Instagram. That's my Instagram. That's my X. All that good stuff. Zelly back, go follow me right now. Go tell me how you feel about the show. Tell me who you want us to talk to on the show. Like, tell us about people you want to interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I feel like there's nobody like sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. So they can be an NBA Hall of Famer, whatever. Like, you want us to talk to them, we gonna figure out to make it work. So tell us who you want us to talk to. If you know some people you want to talk to, sit like there you go right there. Send me a message in my DMs on Instagram. In the kitchen with Zell. That's my TikTok. I also have another Instagram. Follow me on there. Michelle, if I talk food, you want to know something about some food, I can help you out with that. But that's all for this episode. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me for another time. Like I said, we will be back on Friday with Let's Talk About This with Zell. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good day, man.